Ever wonder why some patterns are free online and some are not free and are cost money? We're going to talk about that today, and I'm going to share why I charge for most of my patterns and other ways that I make money besides my patterns. So let's get right into it. First off, welcome. Hello. I'm glad you're here. My name is Michelle Ferguson, and I'm the crochet pattern designer of Two Brothers Blankets. You can find me at twobrothersblankets.com and on Facebook and Instagram at twobrothersblankets. All right, so we are into our running a crochet business, being a pattern designer mini series thing that I never really gave a name to. And today I want to talk about crochet patterns, why some are free, why some are paid, and why I personally charge for the most part for my patterns. I have both. I have free and paid patterns, but 98% of my garment patterns are paid patterns, while so a lot of my accessories, hats, scarves are free on my blog. And as I explain that, I'm going to get into other ways that I make money in my business that's not just pattern sales. Okay, so first off, this is my personal opinion. This is why I personally do things. That does not mean it's the same answer for any other designer. There are designers who have all free patterns on their blog, and they put them all on there and they make an income. And then there are others who have only paid and sell their patterns, and that's how they make an income. I do both, but like I said, most of my garment patterns are paid. And then some of my other stuff is free. First off, all those designers, whether they do free or paid, are making an income. Free patterns, they're put on the blog. You see all those pesky ads that everybody hates so much. That's what makes them money. They have partnered with an ad revenue service to put ads on their site, and that's how they make their money. The more people that come, the more people that see those ads, the more people that click them. That's how they make their money. They are making money through ads. They are also making money through affiliate links, where they sign up to be an affiliate for this yarn company and somebody wants to buy that yarn. They click their link that's in their blog post with their free pattern and they buy that stuff. That designer gets a kickback, 10%, 15, 20, however much it is, of the sale at no additional cost to the person purchasing it. And they get a little bit of money. So they are definitely making an income with their money as well. I mean, with their free patterns as well. They're not just giving it away because they're just to give it away. They are making an income. Also, a lot of designers who have free patterns on their blog also sell the premium PDF pattern, which is the downloadable printable version, on Etsy or Ravelry or wherever else, their own website. So they also have that like upgrade option for you. Not all of them, but some of them do. So that's another form of income. And then you have your paid pattern people who sell their patterns on Etsy, Ravelry, their own website, wherever, and that's how they make their income. I'm like right in the middle. I have a website with free patterns on it that I'm on an ad revenue service. I have ads on my site. I'm an affiliate for plenty of companies that I link to and make money that way. But when I first started, it was literally just Ravelry. I think I had Etsy, but I like gave up on Etsy for a while. And so I was just doing Ravelry. I didn't have a website, so I was pretty much just doing paid patterns. And that was great. Like, it was all fine and dandy. It wasn't until I was like halfway into this, like 5 years in to designing, that the free stuff really became big. Free patterns, pattern blog. I mean, at least that I saw, pattern or designer bloggers, crochet bloggers, that sort of thing. It got much bigger, 5 years or so in to what I was doing. But when I was doing it, it was just Ravelry. Put it on Ravelry, charge, $5, share it on Facebook. That was all there was to it when I was first starting. So I started out with paid patterns only. A couple years in, I started my website, my blog, and that's when I started putting some patterns for free on the website. And the ultimate goal was to get onto those ad revenue services. So you have to have a certain number of page views and sessions, is what they call them, on your site. A certain amount of people coming to your site and viewing your site and all that before you can even get approved onto those ad revenue services. So a great way to get a lot of people to your site is free patterns. So I would put some free patterns on my blog, and then have some paid. And that's like later on is when I got into the free stuff. And then I was able to get onto the ad revenue. So I have patterns on Etsy, patterns on Ravelry. I have my website with some free patterns that brings me income from the ad revenue. And I also have affiliate income revenue from the affiliate links that I use. So that's 4 ways of making money right there. Now I don't put my 8 or 9 size garments on my blog. I just don't. And to be frank and honest, I don't want people just copying and pasting and grabbing them up and sharing them wherever they want to or whatever else. I want to make that as hard as possible for people, to be honest. It takes a lot of work to write a 9-sized pattern and to design it and to figure out each and every size and each and every sleeve and each and every neckline and everything like that, and get it tested and get it tech edited and pay for tech editing and all the things. It's a lot of work. And so I don't put it on my blog for free. And people can hate me for that. I don't really care. I always said if I ever get to where I am making more money with my website than I am selling patterns, then I might switch to free. But that's not happened yet. My pattern sales, even my $8 pattern, my best seller by a lot is $8, an $8 pattern with 8 sizes. My 2 best sellers, actually, they still sell just fine. They're still making me plenty of money. They are making me more money each year. So I'm like making progress and growth each year. And nobody can just copy and paste my pattern that I worked really hard to, make. So I don't do that. Some do. Some designers design garments and put their 8 size, 9 size patterns on for free. That's fine. But I don't do that. I'm going to continue with my garments. There's a lot of work put into that, a lot of love. I do everything I can to make sure you get a good quality pattern, and I'm not perfect by any means, but I work hard to deliver that. And so $8 doesn't seem like too much for me. Especially when people out here spending $6 on Starbucks every day. It doesn't seem like too much. So just know that both designers, whether they're free or paid, work really hard, and both are making an income. And they have to do what feels right for them. My pattern sales still far exceed my website income. So I'm going to continue the way I have. I got back into Etsy. Etsy is great because and it's become my biggest income is Etsy, my biggest stream of income, because Etsy has like a search engine of its own. So when people type in men's crochet patterns, my stuff comes up, and there's more of a search than there is for like Ravelry or whatever. So Etsy has been really, really good for me, and it's my biggest income over Ravelry, over my website, over the ads, everything. So yeah, why change a good thing, right? So that is why I charge. I just can't bring myself to put my hard work 8 size pattern on the blog for free for somebody to steal and share. Well, I wouldn't be to copy and paste and then share it with whoever instead of supporting me by going to the link or whatever. I can't do it. Can't bring myself to do it. And I think my prices are fair, and I think you get a quality enough pattern. It's good quality, and I think it's worth $8. So for those, and they're not all $8, but yeah, that's why I do what I do. Others, like I said, there's some that do all paid and some that do all free. You'll find free patterns on my blog for sure. Just not a lot of my garments. There are a few, just not a lot. So that is why I do mostly paid, especially with my garments. Not that I have to explain myself to anyone, but I wanted to make sure that everyone knows that there's income in both. Whether you decide if you're, getting into designing to do free or to do, and there's work in both. You have to get those page views. You have to bring those people to your site if you're doing free patterns. And then there's work in, marketing and sales and driving traffic to the shops and stuff like that for people who do paid patterns. So there's great things in both, and people do what has to do what works best for them. And I just am explaining what works best for me. So other ways, like pattern sales are great. Having the PDF option, having the free ad revenue is great. But like I said, there's 4. I just named 4: my ad revenue, my affiliate links, Ravelry, and Etsy, or pattern sales. I also do commission stuff for some other companies, yarn companies, and I am, at the time of filming this, working on getting monetized with YouTube. That would be another stream of income. I'm trying to think of what I have going on. But I have several. Amazon, my book. So my book brings in income. That's another stream of income. I have several different ways or streams of income coming in. So that way, if, like I said, I get sick and I can't put out a new pattern all year or something, I have other ways to make money passively and non-passively. So that way, if one, if my website, if Google tanks, something happens to Google and I'm not getting any traffic to my website, I still have my pattern sales. Don't have all your eggs in one basket, as the saying goes. Have lots of baskets so that you can make an income in all different ways. And I've talked about this in other videos. I need to find them, but start with one, focus on one, and then branch out to another one. So if you're just getting into patterns and you want to go with paid patterns, set up your Ravelry, set up your Etsy, optimize your listings. Make sure you've got good quality patterns that work well and are readable and can be downloaded and whatever. And then once you get that going and get everything optimized and done, you can start a website and then work on that. Focus on getting into those ad revenue programs and stuff like that. So one thing at a time, but definitely the more streams of income, the better. Not to where you can't balance them, but especially with this sort of business, it's online. There is a lot of passive income opportunities, and that's great for when things are hard or you need to take a break or you're sick or whatever. You still know you can make money through that passive income. So that's why I charge for patterns. That's kind of like an insight on why some do and some don't, and other ways to make money in this business as well. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'm happy to help. I hope you'll give this video a thumbs up if you like what you see, and subscribe to my channel. Have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching.